Minimax broke the Twitter with their new model, and if you look at the benchmark, it's actually very promising. Then I decided to test it to code 5 different type of apps. So let's look at the first one is UI test. The tech stack that I use is OpenCode plus M3, and if you use OpenCode, you will get the M3 model for free right now. Go check that out and start building. Here's the first prompt. It's actually very long prompt. You can see I specified what type of files I want, JS, what you need to include in the JS, animation, the colors, the fonts, everything is being described in the prompt itself. I ask you to code a Vantage AI or just a personal portfolio website and achievement dashboard, and 6 pages, dark navy, electric lime, and all the specification that I want in all these pages that you can see in hierarchy here. Let's go to the index.html, and there you go. Okay, so the cursor you can see here is the following one, which I wanted to include at the +1. So this is not the standard cursor, so this is 1, and on the header there's a light and dark mode. Let's look at the light. This is also looking good, and this is the logo strip here, and this is the things I have built. So this is the portfolio with the charts. So all these has been coded. There's no images you can see here, there's no Unsplash, and also the 3D effects to it, which I wanted. That's great. And now this is on scroll animation, so looks great. And what it does is it will show the 5 different parameters. For example, the front end, what I do, back end, DevOps, design, AI/ML, and research. So all looks good, but also it messed up with the front end chart here. So there's that. So whatever you're seeing right now is on the one go. So all the number, animation, and statistics section, there you go. So if I click on the start conversation, so there it is. So this is the contact us page, looks good. This is the portfolio template, and portfolio template also have the CTA to start the conversation. These are skills. So this is the skills I have, the front end, and now it looks great. So this is what I wanted in my front page, and this looks perfect here. So things I work on. So this is the cool charts here, and this is a timeline. So what I've built from the start to the end. So this is what I want. The animation you can see on the scroll is perfect, and there's a writing part. These are the different blogs. Everything looks good. The footer looks great. Only one marks that I'm going to deduct here is on this on scroll, which I specifically tell it to forward the front end but on the back. So that's why I give it a 4 out of 5. But on the one go, so it did follow my instructions. Great animation, great scrolling effect. So 4 out of 5 for the front end test. Now moving forward to the next test, which is the SaaS app. So I ask it to create a Vaultify SaaS, which is the magic link auth as a service. This is the prompt, how it works. It's also very detailed one. So I have specified how it works. So all in the natural language. These are the tech stack that I wanted, and there is what type of schema, SQL schema, and all the details you can find here. And if you want to get a prompt that I've used in this, go check out in the description where you will get the doc file. And this is the landing page. That's what I wanted, because I didn't want to emphasize more on the landing page because it will need more cost and it will go out of the context. So this is a pro tip for you. If you are going to create a complex app, do first build your app first. You can do it landing pages later. So there we have a get started button. So let's click on create now. So this looks good. And in the sign in, so sign in, we have 3 accounts. So first is free plan, starter plan, and pro plan. So 2 apps we can get on the pro and on the start, which is already there, I think. Let's go to the free plan, which is the empty state. So this is in the dev mode. So you can see your success rate is final. And if I click on the your app, so this is a my new test app, which I can see here. So this is a security advisor. So your authenticate code, that's look great. Let's click on a new app. So let's add something like prompts love, and the domain like promptslove.com, and redirect to the dashboard and click on create app. So the create app has been created. Okay, so what the code I have, so there's no code here. So okay, it's in the dev mode, that's why. So now try it out. So if someone click on the sign in with the email like this and this, so check your inbox. So in the dev mode, so it specified that the login URL will look like this. And if I click on this, so there you go, you are signed in. If I click on continue, so it will redirect that to that dashboard page. So this is in the dev mode, that's why here. And after that, I've specifically added to log all the details, the failures, the success. You can see in the live activity that login has been success, magic link sent. So all the activities are there. So there's a doc page, which is, I don't instruct it to add anything. So it added just a link to it. So this is a great demo. So if I click on the prompts of my app, so this will be widget.js. Primary color is there. Okay. If I click on the primary color, change the primary color, like here, save settings, test the widget. Okay. There's no color changes as well. So for this test, I give it MiniMax 3 out of 5. Looks great in the one go, but it has more features that is lacking, which I specifically ask it to add. It doesn't need to do anything complex, just fill in the data, but it failed to do. Also, some features are not working. For example, the button colors that I've specifically add. Otherwise, it's good for one go. If I iterate more, I will be getting great app at no cost using MiniMax M3. Now, moving forward to the next test, which is a game test. So this is a dungeon crawler, which is a game, and I added all the details in the prompts. You can check that in the description box. Let's straight go to the game. Here, this is a simple HTML JS game, nothing fancy out here. And there you go. So let's play the game. Okay, so it looks good. Let's see the attack button working. Yeah, it does work. Oh, it's not attacking. Anyway, let's look at the inventory button. Okay, I think is irrespective of attacking the attacker, I cannot do that. I don't know why. My health has been reducing. It's actually very interactive, you can say. I think this is inventory. Okay, I've got something. Great. So let's look at inventory. So I have got the 2 inventory, which is the health potion. If I take the health potion, it will be 100. Wow, that's quite great. So if I have the attack off, so how to use that attack off? Okay, great. So now they are chasing me. The floor number 1. Okay, what's this red box? There you go. I've got one more. Anyway, I think it's a great game. And look at the SVGs here. Look at the game interface, the pillars, the floors. It looks quite good. Whenever I come closer to the enemy, so it starts attacking me. So there's also a plus sign. So for this game, in one go, I give it a 5 out of 5. Commendable for the open source model to code something like this in one go. This is killer. So I give it a 5 out of 5 in the game test. Now coming forward to the next test is the Python test. I'm going to create a sketch to UI builder where you can sketch your thoughts and it will build that code, and also upload an image, it will build that into the code. So here is the app it built. So it looks actually very intuitive and native to the macOS, and you can see the through provider you can use this MiniMax M3 from their official website, and next is OpenRouter. So I added the both to just test it. And if I go to the settings first, so it has 2 options. So you can choose either MiniMax or OpenRouter. Then the canvas background you can see here. So you can either choose white grid and light grid. So I choose the dark. That's pretty good. I choose the model M3 as well, and if I click on test, yes, it does work with the 342 models, and click on save. So there's a preview and there's a code mode and preview mode. So let's test it out with this will be a navbar, and let's add something, a circle to it, and draw something like this, and let's add the text here. Welcome to promptslove.com. Click on OK, and here let's add cards. For example, this. It doesn't have the scroll effect to add more cards to it, so it has this size. We cannot increase and decrease while we have. Okay, anyway, so let's generate that HTML to the code. Wait for the output. So the preview on the app is not working. So you can see this is the in-app preview, which is not working, but it opened one in the browser, and here it is. So this looks good with the simple sketch. So let's click on the image to HTML. So there's no image input here, so I will just click on this. What I've described in my prompt is all working except the image to HTML, and also the preview is also messed up. It's not getting that CSS picked up. I think this is decent with one prompt and one short output here. So for the Python test, I will give it a 4 out of 5. And now going forward to the next is a desktop app. So I ask you to create a Canopy Mac app, which is a focus app, just like the Sessions app. You heard about it. Also the Pomodoro and other apps with the statistics and the settings to configure, and also the detailed UI that I want for my app. So if you notice this menu bar, so it has the Canopy here. Let's click on the Canopy app here. So this is a mini app. So the apps like Sessions cost around $100 per year. So this app built free using MiniMax M3. So let's check out the interface. So this is a dark, so I don't know, you can see about the visibility anyway. So I can add a task here. So let's go to the settings first. So this is the settings. So focus duration, we can increase, let's say 34 minutes to test the app. So our short break will be 2 minutes, long break 20 minutes, and 5 sessions I want, and auto start breaks after the session ends, and also the daily goal. So daily goal, I can add something like 160, and there's a tick sound. for the focus, yes, and the mute during break, yes, and let's click on here. And there's a few options that I can add as a preset. Is I can add the lo-fi music, let's hear it. I can adjust the volume, great. I can add ocean, wise, forest. This is actually my favorite in mindfulness, coffee, rain. Lo-fi looks good, or nothing. So let's add some task here. So here, let's add creating video or something. Okay, so it did add the 2 hours. Let me delete one. So this is the timer. So focus timer is this. I can add notes to it, like creating and evaluating MiniMax M3. These are notes. So everything is great. Let's click on start. So there's no TikTok options. So also not calibrating with the menu bar. There's one, and it also has this statistics section. You can see the heat map or 7-day heat map, what type of projects you have done, nice statistics here with the colors I've requested. So everything else is working. So let me add this here. And here's a break, which is a 1-minute break. And now again, our timer. It's not calibrating with the open menu. So there's a 1 mark that I'm going to cut. So for this, I give it a 4 out of 5. So this is about MiniMax M3. And as a model from the previous version, it has various improvements. I give it a 4 out of 5 for an open source model at this range. And you can go ahead and try this out for free on the OpenCode. It's available for free right now. I think this is only for the first 7 days. So this is a great leap in the open source AI models. And after the GLM, I love this model. So what do you think about this? Do let me in the comment box.